Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yes, we are getting ourselves ready for hopefully a Bobby Dazzler of a painting. It's actually based on a painting I've already done. It was a few episodes ago where I did a castle and then I had a bridge, and I messed around with it on the computer and I thought, a little Naples yellow in the sky, a bit of light, and more atmosphere. You see, when you do paintings, I'm going to paint and talk actually. So I've got some cerulean blue going on here. This is going to be for our sky. Cerulean blue, black. Might need some ultramarine blue in this as well, actually. We'll see what this looks like when we put it down. Oh, we need some white. So I'm just grabbing some white off here. Oh yeah, this is good actually. This looks good. So I'm going to do my base colour. I've got a light coming this way to try and block the shadow from this. I'm still working on the lighting to get it as good as possible, but when I put my arm here, it's going to put everything in shade. But never mind, what can you do? I could have the light coming on from the other side, couldn't I? I suppose. Oh well, I've started now. I'll just experiment with my lights. I did think about maybe a ring light, that might work better. So I kind of want this all over the place. Just making myself some more of this colour. Bit more water, get this more spreadable. So like most of these paintings, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was talking about the giving it more. So a lot of the times when I do a painting, I think about things that I could have done, and so a good thing to do is just to paint it again. And paint the same scene over and over in different colour schemes, and you'll find, I mean, you know, I've mentioned Turner a few times, so you probably know that I'm a fan of Turner, and he was a ultra master with this medium. An ultra master, probably the best ever. Watercolours and gouache. He tended to use white gouache to enhance his paintings, but he was a supreme master with this technique. That's how I started actually. I went and saw his sketchbooks, and I was like, oh yes, they were amazing. some of the buildings, I was a bit floored by it, actually. I was like, wow. And he used to use these materials in a sketchbook, and then he would show the prospective clients the sketch, and then they would look at the sketch and be blown away, like I was. And then he would offer them a larger oil painting of what he sketched. And of course, because his watercolours were so good, so supremely masterful, a bit like mine, you know. If only, if only. I just say, keep practicing and I'll get there. And if you want a shortcut, by the way, you could always tone your paper with acrylic, or even use a toned paper, because you can buy this sort of stuff in grey, and I've had that before and I really liked it, because grey is a really good neutral colour that you can do all sorts with, but unfortunately I haven't managed to get any grey. But I'm enjoying using this. At least I can get it. If I had some grey and then I couldn't buy any more, I'd be like, oh no. I'd be gutted. But anyway. Yeah, so Turner, he would paint something and then paint it again. Different colours. I think he started it. He would paint the same painting over and over. I think he was the first person to do it, actually. And of course he'd do London a lot, and Margate, and each painting you learn a little bit more. Looking at my camera to see if it looks right. So I'm going to put my light, and just get it started. My light point is going to be here, so I don't want it off the page. I don't want to put my light source right up there. You want it in the page. So we'll just go with that for now. And then I can start putting the building in. What brush have we got? Where's my broken one? This broken brush. It's really good for doing buildings. So what I need is sort of a bluey, kind of blacky, greeny dark. Don't want it too... bit of brown in there as well. So we're going to have the first part of the building. I'm going to paint it in quite dark to start with. And then I'll put my highlights on the top. That. You see, I've added things to this building as well. I've added more towers, and there was a tower there, but you could hardly see it before. So I'll put it in a bit more. I like this building that goes out like that. And I like the tall. Oh, there's a bit of a wall there. And there's a tall tower here. It goes to about in line, the top's about in line with the moon. So this bit is really your sketch. This is the sketching part. You're sketching out your shapes using a little bit of colour. It blends a little bit with what's already there, the undercolours. But that's the way gouache works. You reactivate a lot. But you have to think a little bit. I think a little bit like oil paints, in that you think about when you're painting in a wet on wet approach, you think about what's on top of what. I might have to change this light because look at that. Well, I've gone back to my normal lighting. I'm going to have to work something out. At least I didn't paint the whole painting with that great big shadow. So we got the curve there. Nice curve. Got that shadow side. I might bring that up a little more to there. Got that background one there. There we go, that's a bit better. So I want this goes and it goes down and then it starts to disappear. And then it comes down there. Gonna use a bigger brush. A little bit of black and blue. So you let it sort of melt away here. It's my, this is going to be where the atmosphere is. Bit of the same sort of dark colour. I want this. I want to try and get this bridge in. Out there. See, as it starts fading, I can bring more in. See, as this starts fading, because it does. That's what happens. It fades as it dries, and then I like building it up because you can really control it by building this up. Understanding the medium gives you added control. And understanding a medium is just practice, isn't it? Once you've done a few of these, you'll start enjoying it. Or you'll go, nah, I prefer acrylics. Or, nah, I prefer doing it with my oils. And it doesn't really matter, you know. Whatever materials you're using, it doesn't matter. Even if you're painting on the computer, at the end of the day, you're still painting. It's whatever you like. That's what you have to think of. What do you like using? What do you like using? Water when you're painting? Do you like using oils, get that smoothness? Or do you like using acrylics because you can clean up easy? You just need water. I mean, it's the same with this. The cleaning is easy. You just have to ask yourself those sort of questions. And if you're like me and you like it all, because I do. I like painting in oils. I like painting. I've done full paintings in acrylics as well, and I've enjoyed it because it's painting. The only thing I found harder with acrylics was the blending part and the way you really have to dry each layer, otherwise it starts lifting up, and that used to annoy me. But I still enjoyed it because I like to paint. Right, we've got a good base going. It's coming on, isn't it? It's coming on. What do we need? What's not right? I want a bit more curve to this, and then I want the rock face. No, I'll flick between brushes. Some areas are a bit bigger, so I can use a little bit more. Oh yeah, we put an extra building there as well. Bit of blue in that. We're going to put a little bit of mist in this, so if you have these issues, don't worry about it because they will be rectified. So it's looking a bit better. I'm going to get a little bit of blue and black because I want to put this roof on. Oh, I need a smaller brush for this. Go for the smaller one. I've left that in the water a bit too long. You can straighten these brushes again, and what they do is you dip it in milk and then you wrap some paper around it really tight, and then you get a straight brush again. I've done it a few times, it does work. But anyway, it don't matter. So I like the idea of a bit of a roof on that. It's kind of like a hat on top. I'll do. So now we want to start building these. Well, what I could do with, well, this is started to come out really nice now. And a few more of these. Bit of blue and black. A few more of those. getting some shape in there. Right, so we need some light hitting this building, and we're hitting a bit of this as well. So what we was thinking of using is a bit of the old Naples yellow magic. Bit of Naples yellow in with the white. Naples yellow and white. And now I want this moon give it a little bit more brightness. And then I'm going to start bringing that brightness out. Just use my finger to smudge it a bit. Take that up to there. Okay. Bringing in a little bit of light. I can paint back in the moon. I just want some light breaking this. Okay. And then a little bit more of this, just to go across here. So that light sort of coming through. I've got sort of misting up everywhere. Okay, so got some light now breaking the everything up. Now leave that to dry a little bit, and then while that's drying, I want to start putting some light on the actual castle from the moon, which we need to put in again. About there. Okay. I'm gonna sort of put in a little bit of dark. Just so I can still see that, but you can see it's misting away. Hopefully that effect worked. See how it's sort of misting away a little bit, but you can still see it. I want a little bit more blue here. A little bit more ultramarine blue in places. That needs to be a lot darker there. Okay. Right, let's get the light on the building. We're messing around here. We need to get cracking. Yellow ochre. The Naples yellow, a little bit of that blue. So our light, and it's hitting this side here. I just pulled that around a bit then, because it wasn't quite reaching. This little bit there. This bit here. So a little bit of light on there as well, I'd say. Just going to go a little bit lighter for this bit because it's closer. So you got to think the colour of the light hits whatever it is, and then it becomes a mixture of the light and whatever it is. The colour of the light is important. I'll leave that quite dark. Maybe I'll have a little bit there. Yeah, that looks quite good. There's quite nice lighting going on. And there's light on this building as well. So I might just tap my brush on the palette to get rid of some of the light. There we go. I didn't really think about the building shape when I did that. I just did a little bit of a block. There we go. And then I was thinking about the top of the bridge, maybe to get a bit of this light as well, from about there. Just a bit on that top. And I thought maybe that light bends around a bit there. Get a little bit. Something like that, and then but I do think this has got a lot more atmosphere than the last one. This has got a bit more magic to it, hasn't it? The other one was daytime, it wasn't as misty. And we can have some areas like up here, some rocks. Maybe the person that took the pictures up here. Get a little bit more colour, a bit more Naples yellow in that. Right, so now what I want is a little bit of tell you what I feel like there should be a bit more there. That's sort of there, that's better. Sort of fade that out a little bit there. But when you do your one, you'll be able to see loads of different things you can add. The indication of things. Okay, now, oh yeah, put my little brush away. I need it. I want this little brush because I want to put in some windows. Just like in the first one. Put a few here and there. There's windows all over the place. Some of them are a bit bigger, and maybe this is a big hall. It's got big windows there, smaller ones at the top. like they have all their big parties in there. And this one, maybe there's a window there. Won't do as many on that area. Might get rid of a few of those as well. What I might do actually, what if the windows have actually got the light on some of them? So nice yellow. Nice yellow light. Maybe the light's on this window. Oh, and that one. Maybe this one. Maybe there's a window there. Could have a light on this one. You can choose if you want to have lights on some areas or not. It just means it's a bit more populated. The guard might have his light on. So this is the guard's place. Also, I want to put a on this roof, one of those towers, electricity, not electricity, lightning thing. A light on the roof. Something like that. But yeah, you can do all sorts, and this has a bit more, like I said, a bit more atmosphere than the other one. What I might do as well, I might put those posts back on. A few fine lines where they put the lights, torches. Get rid of some of that as well. But yeah, something like that. Looking at that as flat as I can. That is almost alright. This tower is not quite straight. I think that's a bit better. It's been there a long time anyway. We can get away with it. So we'll have some rock up here. Don't want this to be too dark because I want my most contrast around this area. I just want to give this the impression that there is land here. Okay. I want kind of points in these rocks on purpose because I want it to be a bit spiky. Okay. And you can have a look at your painting and think about what you want to improve on. Areas that you want a bit darker, like this side here, I want a bit darker to there. And we've got the mist climbing up. Almost like hands coming up towards the castle. So yeah, I think I'll call this one. I've enjoyed doing this actually. I really wanted to give it a bit more than it had. I mean, you could even indicate a few clouds. I think I won't do too much actually. Because if I put in a load of clouds, then they're going to need light on them as well from the moon. But yeah, all this water is creating this mist, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I will see you at another one. Maybe I'll paint this again. Now I'll come up with something new for the next one. I find if I put it like that and sit up and look down on it, then I can see if there's any issues there, what's straight and what isn't. I think that's pretty good. It's not bad at all. I'm quite enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.